Here are some of the oak saplings. We planted these from seed. We collected seed in one of the forests here in Scotland, an ancient forest, and we planted I think like 250 seeds or so in 3 spots in the garden and 3 nursery. These are the ones that developed the best, grown here next to some of the hazel saplings that were on the smaller side last year compared to the other ones that grew very well and sold. So I'm growing these for another year. But yeah, look at the beautiful leaves. Really, oak leaves are so beautiful. Hazel leaves as well, but yeah. And here are some of the other ones. As you can see, they're a bit more smaller, I mean, growing in more shade here, and I think the soil is not as rich as back there, but still they're growing. You know, it's amazing to collect seed and see them develop into young seedlings and then saplings, and you may not see them reach large trees, but other people will, hopefully. Yeah, so beautiful. They are growing here next to red currant bushes and some more hazel saplings that didn't have room to go in the aircon boxes, and I potted them here. Also grown from seeds from cob nuts, which is a better variety of hazelnuts in the sense that they have really large nuts. And here we have some of the hydrangea cuttings I took earlier in the year, and it looks like some of them are going to make it. They have nice healthy leaves. And we had a few more oak seeds planted here, and they sprouted, but I didn't really take care of them as much, and because they don't have wood chips like on the other part of the garden, the grass took over them. But some of them are resilient more than others, and they've made it through the grass regardless of the competition. They're growing here next to the honeyberry bush. Look, there's one honeyberry left. It's not fully ripe. It should be darker than this, like a dark blue, almost blackish. But yeah, I highly recommend you planting honeyberries. And anyway, the oak, as you can see. And here we have some of the hazel planted from seed. I didn't give them any support, so they're growing in the wind. But yeah, at some point I should give it some support so it goes straight up. And this is going on the 3rd year now. Planted from seed, as I mentioned, and it's straight in the ground, so you can see the difference if you look at my videos, how the trees do, how the seeds do, how the saplings grow in the aircon boxes and how they grow directly in the soil. They're much more in danger of being stolen by different creatures if they're directly planted in the garden. In the hazel boxes they have much better chances of developing well, since they have really nice rich soil and much less competition. I managed to cut the grass on some paths so we can at least walk wearing boots. That's leading to a Big Ben blackcurrant. And here we have the hazel aircon boxes. This year is beautiful cob nuts growing into saplings. And here, as I mentioned, we have the Big Ben currant under cover, under protection from birds. You can see the berries, they're really in the currants. You can see them, they're quite large, they're not even ripe. I think they'll double in size by the time they will be black and ready to be eaten. There's 2 bushes in here, larger and a smaller one. Nice cover so far. pleased with it. It's holding well to the wind. And here we have some of the red currants. I think this one is GVT. They're starting to turn red, as you can see. I can't wait. Hopefully the birds won't see them all. We'll get some. I love red currants, they're so delicious. We've netted this one here. This is the Rosetta variety, next to the white currant, white Versailles, and the rendezvous strawberry plant. But yeah, this Rosetta currant is loaded. I cannot wait. Look at all of them there, dangling on the branches. Beautiful. And I'm waiting on the persimmon trees to see how they develop so far. It's interesting to see how the branches grow. We have some peas growing here, doing so-so. But yeah, we have one of the persimmon trees here. This is Russian Beauty. And we also have Nikita's Gift. Here's the other persimmon tree, Nikita's Gift. This is a Ukrainian variety, I think. It's been developed in Ukraine. Has smaller branches so far, but hopefully it will do well also, because they're both beautiful, delicious varieties. So I cannot wait to eat the fruits. Who knows how long it will take, but they're in the ground here, growing in the soil. Southwest Scotland. Last year we had hazel saplings growing in this airplane box. Now we have some of the hazels from last year. Some dahlias, purple dahlias, these ones here. I might transplant them some point somewhere in the garden. We have radishes, black radish, kohlrabi. I haven't seen them or anything, so, and a potato plant. And there's one apple tree here that's been engulfed by the other plants that came up with weeds. You see the leaves here. I'm doing an experiment, trying to make roots for it, to help it make roots, I mean. But yeah, lots of interesting things going on in the garden. I have the currant bushes there, white currant, the peach tree, which is doing so-so, we'll see. But yeah, beautiful day in Scotland. And we're back where we started, next to the oak and hazel saplings. I'm not sure if I showed you the hedge. Well, we can call this a hedge at the moment, but I planted 4 hazel saplings here next to the beech or hornbeam. I think it's a beech hedge. They're doing well so far. They don't have any tree guards in them, but so far the deer haven't visited them and the hare left them alone. Maybe they haven't been around here. Hopefully they lived them good. And this is an elder aurea making blooms. Yeah, he grew really nicely here in the shade. And here we have some sorrel, really nice to eat. And wine caps, in case you haven't seen my other videos. Edible mushrooms, very easy to grow in a garden. Nice, very versatile for cooking. Growing here right next to the kitchen. Other hazel here. I'll have to transplant this somewhere else. But yeah, beautiful time in our garden, forest garden and tree nursery.